Hi, this is Tara for HealingCrystals.com. Today we're going to talk about creating a crystal energy grid to help you attract and work with the astrological energies for the month of February. Just as a reminder, when we talk about the monthly energy grids, we're talking about the astrological month. For February, it begins on January 20th and it runs through February 18th. The sun is in Aquarius and that energy really dominates the month. Aquarius it's an air sign. It's imaginative, it's innovative, it's idealistic, and it's got its rebellious qualities to it. If Aquarius has a mission, it's to change the mind. So if you find that you're in need of changing the way that you think, you're looking for a new mindset, you're looking, you feel like you need new thought patterns, this is great energy to work with. The other exciting thing that's happening this month is that Mercury is retrograde for most of the month. Now you may say, oh, that doesn't sound very exciting, but when Mercury is retrograde, it's always exciting because your normal goes out the window. Nothing is normal when Mercury is retrograde. And what that means is that you're not stuck following the same routines and the same patterns that you always do. You have the opportunity to explore different opportunities, maybe even find a new normal for yourself. So that's why I'm excited about Mercury retrograde, and I think it's going to be wonderful energy to work with. So for the center of our grid, we always use a crystal that will attract the energies of the sun. I'm using an amethyst cacaxonite. It's an unusual crystal that is a combination of 7 different crystals, and I'm also there's an article that I'm going to reference at the end of this that you can take a look at that explains all of the crystals. If you don't have one of these crystals, that's okay. You can use any one of the crystals that are combined in it. You could just use an amethyst, which is like the perfect crystal for the month of February anyway, or you can use a combination. You could use, for instance, amethyst cacaxonite includes amethyst, hematite, and smoky quartz. So you could use those 3 crystals as the center of your grid. And what this is going to do is it's Aquarius energy. So what it can do is it can help you figure out, what you need to do to get to where you want to be. What you need to do in order to feel happier, if you will, if you're not feeling that happy right now, or to stay happy, if that's what you need. But Aquarius, as I said earlier, it's very imaginative. It's really a time of thought, and it can help you. What I really like about Aquarius energy, unlike some other air signs that can tend to just get lost in thought, Aquarius is actually very action-oriented. So it not only helps you think of things, but it helps you figure out how to execute upon those things. So it's a very active kind of air sign. At the top of our grid, we're going to place a crystal that will work with the new moon, which is also in Aquarius. And the new moon, I'm using a cavanosite. And what that's going to do, first of all, this month, the new moon, we're actually shooting a little bit late, which I apologize for because I've been a little under the weather with the flu. The new moon was a supermoon. So what that means is that it appears closer to Earth, and you may feel its energy a little more intensely. It was the first supermoon of 2015. And you might have really felt, as I said, felt it a little bit more intensely. And this is good energy to understand what needs to change in your life. If anything at all needs to change, you may be exactly where you want to be and everything may just be perfect. This will help you recognize that, okay? Your new moon is always, it's a new beginning. It's a time to kind of set your intentions for the rest of the month. So that's why I like to take this is a perfect opportunity in New Moon Aquarius to really think about what's important to you and what you believe it's going to take to get there. And then the crystal that we're using at the lower center, we're going to use an amber for the full moon, which is going to be a Leo moon, and that's on February 3rd. I really like the Leo energy working with Aquarius. First of all, fire and air go together very, very well. They feed each other. And, you know, the full moon kind of brings everything home. Whatever you start at the new moon, it reaches not necessarily a kind of an earthly completion, if you will, but kind of an energetic completion, if you will, so that, you know, if you get an idea here, by here you've committed to it or you've let it go. And I really like the Leo energy for here. And amber is a wonderful, it's a good crystal to give you confidence in yourself. Leos are filled with confidence. And I think that's what you need right now to proceed. So that's why I really like the amber for that. And the Leo, I think that Leo new moon, it's going to be on February 3rd. It's going to be a very positive experience. So I hope that you get a chance to enjoy that. And then what we do for our surrounding corners, remember that the right side, the left side is your receptive side. That is the energy that you're attracting to you, and then the right side is what the energy that you are putting out there into the world. So I have to use my cheat sheet because otherwise I forget what the heck was going on. All right, so obviously we have Mercury in retrograde, which is very significant. We're going to be using a bloodstone for that. Bloodstone is this is your opportunity to change any thoughts that you have that you can't do something, change it to I can. And bloodstone is going to help you do that. It's a nice, hearty, earthy crystal that is going to, you know, help you to believe in yourself, because if you think you can do anything, then you can do anything. And I think that's a mindset that a lot of us get into that we need to get out of, is where we're thinking negative thoughts about ourselves. And this is a good opportunity with Mercury in retrograde to let go of all of that. And that will also build up your confidence for the rest of the month. So that's why I like that. And then on our top left, our top right, we're going to be using a fuchsite. That's for a Sun-Mercury conjunction that we will have on January 30th. This is a really interesting time. And remember, Mercury is still retrograde too. So I think this might be an opportunity where if you let anything go, if you walked away from anything, you might get a second chance at it. You may find that, you know, things that were important to you or things that you might have really enjoyed that you stepped away from, all of a sudden you may kind of see it hanging over there. And I think fuchsite will help you to take advantage of those opportunities. This is a wonderful month for opportunities to come your way, and you do not want to let any of them pass you by. On our bottom left, we have Venus and Neptune in Pisces on February 1st. Very dreamlike energy. You want to be grounded, okay? Which is why we're going to be using a black onyx for that. You need to remain grounded, because while it's very nice, you know, living in your little dream world, you don't want to let that impractical energy sway you from going realistically after your real dreams. And that can happen. You want to be able to enjoy your imagination but grow beyond it, and that's what a black onyx will do for you. And then finally, we have the Sun and Jupiter in an opposition on February 6th. This only happens once a year. This is a very significant transit, and this is the kind of thing where everything can change in an instant. It's going to bring some internal tension. There's just no avoiding that, because it makes you question everything. It's going to make you question what you want, what you're going after, and probably the biggest question that it brings to light is what you want in regards to what you think you should want. It's about dreams versus duties and responsibilities. And by being positive and working with this energy, sometimes you can find a way to satisfy both. I'm not talking about compromise where you have to give something up. I'm talking about finding a way to have it all. And that's the possibility of this annual Sun and Jupiter opposition. So that's really good. I'm using a Larimer for that, because Larimer will not only help you to relax so that you can work with the energy instead of letting it get you all stressed out, it's also very positive, affirmative energy that will help you to think of good ways to make things happen for you. So that's the core of our energy grid. As always, I suggest that in your surrounding, that you use one crystal, or at least one crystal, to represent the month. I'm going to borrow this amethyst from another grid I have going on. Amethyst, as I said, is perfect for February, so I'm going to use one amethyst, and then I'm going to surround the rest of it in clear quartz to amplify the energy. A note about amplifying the energy. It's not as important. The most important thing with any grid that you do is your intention. The crystals are not as important. You could use one crystal, and it could be a clear quartz or anything. It's the intention that makes the difference. So all of these crystals that I suggest, they are suggestions, and there is an article on our website and also on Facebook that you can read that offers other suggestions. But follow your instinct and don't worry as much about the crystals that you're using as much as about your intention, because intention is everything with a grid. And that's how you're going to get the most energy out of it. You'll notice that what I'm doing is I'm kind of creating a pyramid shape around this, because that shape works well with the air energy, helping to draw ideas to you and helping you to put ideas out into the world. As I mentioned, there is an article on healingcrystals.com, and also you can find it on Facebook for the energy grid for the month of February, with more ideas and more in-depth information about the energies that we have to work with for the month. Always remember to check the weekly and daily horoscopes on healingcrystals.com and on our Facebook page, Crystal Talk. Have a wonderful, peaceful, and productive February. Thank you.